Morning, everybody. It's Saturday, May 25th. It's about 10:45 a.m. I'm getting ready to do a solo stealth camp overnighter in a totally new area. That's Interstate 95 up there. I'm going to show you a little bit of the entrance to this place. Actually going to go right underneath of the interstate and then into a park on the other side. It's state park land, and I'm going to find a stealth camp over there somewhere, hopefully away from the freeway noise because it's quite loud. I don't know that I'll be able to get completely away from it or not. Up there. Tons of poison ivy back here too. And I scouted this place out the other day, and they're riding ATVs back here as well. There's more poison ivy there. But I saw some places that'll be pretty much impossible for them to get to. There's the interstate right here. Just talking instead of paying attention. Look at all that poison ivy. And there as well. The stuff's rampant back here. Alright, check it out. There's the interstate. People keep tagging it up. They keep, the state keeps coming out and painting over it, and they keep going right back up there and tagging it up again. You guys know how that is. The river down there. It's part of the same river I camp on, but I'm about 16 miles upriver, I guess. Yeah, so there's the bridge I just came off of, and there's the park I'm getting ready to walk into right there. It's pretty thick. Interstate's up there. What's up, y'all? So it's 11:43. I'm in the back side of the park now, where it goes out of the park into just open state land for the power lines to run through, and it's all river over there. And I found a good, you can see where the people have been riding their four-wheelers back here too. But I found a good stealthy spot over here, right on the edge of the river. And it's inside this thicket. So nobody's going to be riding back here. Pretty thick to get in here. Not a lot of poison ivy back here though. There's a little bit, but not a whole lot, considering how thick it is everywhere else. So here's my stuff right here. And I got some food and stuff in that bag. My backpack there, I got a hammock and a tarp and some other stuff, which I will show you guys. I'm planning on setting up my hammock. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe between that tree my pack's hanging on and that tree the bag's leaning against, because the river is right over there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right now the tide's going out, so it's going to come up a little bit at high tide. I don't think it's going to come all the way up here though, but it's going to come up in there some. It's pretty dry down up here. It's totally dry up here actually, so I'm not worried about it coming up here. Yeah, it's a nice little clearing in the middle of this thicket, and off the path of these guys on the four-wheeler. So hopefully they won't see me back here. In fact, I know they won't, because I got this camo net too that I wanted to show you guys. Paid $2 for this. This thing's like, it's like 12 feet long by like 4 foot wide, so I'm gonna string it up between them trees just to conceal me a little bit. So yeah, I'll show you guys in a minute. I can't get away from airplanes no matter where I go. All right, so there's the camo screen. That's definitely gonna help conceal me some. Wouldn't help if I was wearing a red sweater or something like that, but with all the drab clothes on like this, I'm not gonna stand out at all. That's definitely gonna help conceal me. So I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this hammock now. Reconsidering, I'm thinking maybe between that tree, that little tree right there, and that beach right there. So 12:27, just showing you where I got so far. I got the hammock up. Got the ground cleaned out pretty good out front. I'm gonna have my fire out there. Camo screens up there, but I'm gonna actually move it over this way some. And right now I'm just working on getting firewood. This big dead tree was here. It's totally dead and dry and ready to roll. There's another one still standing. I'm gonna cut down. Big piece of poplar bark there hanging in the tree, which is definitely gonna help me tonight. The fire, this stuff's bone dry. All I gotta do is crunch it down a little bit. There's wood everywhere, so I'm not even gonna have to leave this little area to get all the firewood that I need. So yeah, I'm just getting my camp together, and then I'll set you guys up so you can join me, because it's it's kind of small in here and kind of hard for me to film while I'm doing this, so I'll film it as I can. It's 2:56 and it's pretty windy. This is my spot so far. It's right on the edge of the tidal marsh. So I don't know if this is going to be a mistake or not, because they are calling for thunderstorms later, and it could get it could get pretty crazy right here by the edge of the river. But I'm going to stay here because it's too late to go anywhere else at this point. So I'm still setting up. I actually laid down for a little while, took a nap. Being lazy with the hammock, it's easy. No need to spend a lot of time building shelter. It's 5 minutes and you're done. This is the Equip one-person travel hammock. It's very comfortable, nice hammock, big, plenty of room. I really like it. And it only cost me $25. I got it at Walmart. Yeah, it's a decent hammock. So it's almost 3:30. It's a pretty comfortable camp. Just want you guys to see it. Working on firewood still. So I think it's going to be a good night. So it's 3:26. I forgot to show you guys the shovel that I found. broken shovel, but it's gonna help me dig my fire pit. It's gonna be like pretty much right out there. But yeah, this is a pretty good stealth camp right here. I've seen a couple boats go by out there, kayaks, and they had no idea I'm here. I seen somebody walking out that side, and they had no idea I'm here. I'm kind of tucked down in a overgrown briar patch, and it's pretty unlikely that anybody's going to come down in here. So yeah, I'm liking this spot. But I noticed that they marked one of the trees over there with red paint, so I guess they're going to be doing something back here soon. So you guys can probably hear there's a motorboat going by. They have no clue I'm back here. Guys are jamming on their boat. This is Johnny Cash. This is pretty cool, because I'm in such a thicket. Even if they see me, they can't get to me. But they don't. Must be 4 or 5 of them out there. 4 or 5 boats, that is. They look like kayaks, I think. Pretty cool. So it's a little after 4, and I'm out here looking for rock or something I can use as a fire reflector wall. So yeah, I'm gonna check over here. I gotta navigate all this crap first, so I'll bring you back when I get over. It's funny, I turned the camera back on because I wanted you guys to hear. This is a state park over there. Like I said, I'm on the outskirts of it now, but there's a pavilion over there and there's a live band. It's pretty far. It's like damn near 2 miles, but it sounds like it's right next to you. When he's playing, he was playing. You hear him playing the drums. Pretty cool. I could hear it at my campsite too. All right, I'm gonna try to find some kind of reflector, rock, or ooh, I see blocks or something. Yeah, nice. A little bit of brick. Yeah, I might be able to use that. All right, so I just got back with the rest of the brick. Should be in plenty to build myself some kind of a containment wall / windbreaker, because it's kind of windy. Windier than I thought it was going to be. But the wind's at my back, supposed to be coming from the southeast, which is at my back, but it's kind of changing all over the place. So I don't know what they're talking about with it being southeast, because it's like southwest, northwest, east. It's coming from everywhere. But hopefully this will deal with the problem, or it definitely will. Just keep the fire small if I have to. And I'm gonna continue to get wood. I got my alcohol stove with me. I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee here in a minute. So I'm getting ready to make some coffee. Got the little penny can stove. I don't think I even have a pen. Yeah, actually I do. I don't know if it's gonna be yeah, cool. They tell you should use older ones, but I actually have one, so it's all good. And I got the Folgers single coffee bags. I know it ain't real coffee, but I almost put the alcohol in the picture. It would not have been good. Yeah, so for whatever reason, I guess the newer pennies release some kind of a chemical or something. I'm just gonna light this with a Bic lighter. I'm gonna use flint and steel for my fire tonight. But for this alcohol stove, I'm just going to use the Bic. I always carry a Bic anyway. Just in case. Because you never know. Thing fire right up. It's warm, they fire up fast. Won't be long now. Things going good. I don't particularly like using the 91% alcohol because it leaves soot all over the pot, but it works. Denatured alcohol works the best. But you got to go to Home Depot to get that, and it's kind of expensive, actually. I mean, this was like $3 for this big bottle at Walmart. And you can use it as an antiseptic too if you cut yourself or something. And they actually say it works very well to clean poison ivy and the other poisons, oak and sumac, off of your skin. Toxicodendron, your rush oil. That's the toxicodendron is the name for poison ivy, oak, and sumac. That's the scientific name. And your rush oil is the oil that they release that causes all the problems. I know all this because I get it, or I used to get it. Since I've learned about it, I don't get it as much because I've learned how to avoid it, and I've learned how to clean it off if I do come in contact with it, which is very important. They say it's like getting cooking oil on your skin. You have to scrub it off like you would scrub oil off your skin. That's the only way to actually get it off of you. I know all these little useless facts. I get on my girl's nerves. It's probably why she doesn't come out here with me. I hope I filled that enough to get this thing to a boil, because I'm not sure if I filled it all the way. I thought that I did, but when I went to light it, I noticed that the alcohol was disappearing back into the can. But we'll see. Looks like it's getting ready to boil though. Actually, I'm starting to see steam coming out of there now. Get my cup ready. Yeah, hammock is a nice change from sitting on a stick bed like I've been doing. A lot more comfortable. And I'm using these Dollar Tree auto shades as a pad on the underside to try to keep warm. They actually work very well. It's kind of hard to get them underneath of you, but once you do, they definitely insulate you very well. I was feeling no cold whatsoever coming through. Yes, I think my water's at a boil now. Check it out. Oh yeah. Nice. So I'm gonna put my coffee up. Yow, that thing's hot as hell. That's weird. That thing usually doesn't get hot like that. That hurt. At least I didn't spill it though. That would have hurt more. Yeah, I burnt my damn fingers. Just like a first degree though. It didn't take no. It did take a little bit of skin right there. A little bit. Yeah, that thing was hot. Huh. Oh well. Could have definitely been worse. I guess I used enough alcohol. It's gonna burn out shortly though. It usually doesn't last much past boiling 10 ounces or 8 ounces of water. Yeah, that freaking hurt. My finger's all burnt now. Sure you can see it. Oh well. It'll be alright. I actually have a first aid kit now that I think about it. No, I'm not putting that rubbing alcohol on there. But I got a little mini first aid. Actually, there ain't nothing in there either. It's all good. I heal fast. Didn't even break the skin. The only thing in that first aid kit is a couple band-aids and an alcohol wipe, which I don't need because it didn't peel the skin anyway. It just blisters a little bit. But I do heal fast. This will probably be gone in a day or two. In my Frankenstein bushcraft channel, I was doing an overnighter in a debris shelter, and I had a steel water bottle at the time. I didn't have the nesting cup yet, and I had just made my coffee, and I put the bottle off to the side. I was using tongs to grab it, and the bottle started to tip over, and just out of reflex I reached over and grabbed it, and I took the skin off of them 3 fingers. But it healed up in a week, and I didn't do anything that night. I licked literally lick the wounds. But I'm not doing that today because I've had my hands in some possible poison ivy contamination. But yeah, that was winter time, so that wasn't an issue then. But it's all good. Yeah, this is a nice little campsite here. I like this site a lot. Very private, and there was hardly any poison ivy back here at all. A couple little spots which I got rid of that were around my site, but there's barely anything even out here. And my little $2 camo screen's working out good. That thing's working out real good, actually. Just breaks it up. Can't hear them guys jamming still. Got the 9.5 by 11.5 camo tarp from Harbor Freight. They're 10 bucks. A little heavy, but it's cheap and very good coverage. A DD tarp will cost you $100 for the same size, and I just can't. I could do it. I could Amazon, you know, right there at the door. I could order it any day, but I just can't justify spending $100 on a tarp. I just can't do it. I don't mind, you know, for how I camp. I don't mind. Today I walked somewhere in the area of about 8 miles. My girl dropped me off. I'm far from home. I'm not going to be able to walk home. I was roughly 16 miles away from home where she dropped me off. And like I said, I walked, I don't know, somewhere 5-8 miles, something like that. She's gonna pick me up tomorrow morning. But I walked all that with all this. And that was a lot of stuff I had. I had 3 liters of water, which is heavy in itself, and then I had the hammock only weighs a pound, 1.1 pound. That hammock's great. If you guys never seen that, it's the Equip one person travel hammock, they call it. It's at Walmart. And if you order it online, they have it in camo too. I bought this one in the store, $24.90 or $24.88 actually, and I've used it several times. I like it. I like doing the primitive camping, you know what I mean? Roughing it, so to speak, but but every once in a while I need to just chill out and relax. And this is one of them weekends. I'm just trying to reboot, reload, whatever. It's been a tough year. Cool camp though. And I just want to thank all you guys who've been watching and supporting my channel and commenting on videos and all. I appreciate you taking your time. And I checked the app on my phone. I walked 6.2 miles. So I probably had, I don't know, probably 30 pounds of gear. Rubbing alcohol, the water, all the other stuff, food. I got a lot of food. I don't even know why I brought all that, but I do. I got eggs and Spam and hot dogs and some of that sausage hash that I had the last time, a can of that, and just all kinds of stuff. Some breakfast biscuits, like a cheapo version of the Belvitas. I don't know if you guys ever had them. They're pretty good for you and taste good too. So I really like this this spot. I keep coming back to you guys, but because I'm down low, so I can see anybody looking over here. All they're gonna see at most is the top of my head, because I'm down about 5 feet lower than that trail up there, and it's so thick that they're not seeing through it anyway. But it's just cool. Like, I can see over there. I got the camo screen there, so I can see through it, but people unlikely, you know, it's going to be less likely they're going to see me. Plus I got these trees here too. This tree cluster is like the perfect camo for this side of the shelter there, because that's where that trail is, over there. This is a very very hidden stealth camp. Probably the best one I have that I've stayed at anyway. I got another one that I haven't shown you guys yet. I've never stayed there though, because it's too close to the interstate, and it's just too loud. I don't think I'd be able to sleep there, and I'm not sure how it would come over on the camera as well, on the audio, because it's so loud. It's just annoying. It's a nice place to hang out for, you know, an hour or so, but I don't know about staying there all night. There's the motorbikers, or ATVers, or whatever the hell they are. I don't see any reason why they'll come up near this wood line, so I should be good to go back here. But I'm putting the stealthiness to the test, I guess. They would just rode right past here a minute ago and they wouldn't see me then. So hopefully they don't. So it's 5:43, and check it out. The tide's coming in. So hopefully it don't come all the way up here. It doesn't look like it has been recently. I'm sure that it does. It definitely does when the moon is at the right spot or the wrong spot, depending on me. But I'm a good 6 foot or more, even 8 foot above that water line right now, where it was. So hopefully it stays down there. It looks like it's probably going to stay down there, down below them bottles, I'm hoping. You can see where the mud is. That's looks like it hadn't been coming up too far here lately. I don't know, we'll see. We'll find out together. It's pretty cool though, it's filling in back there now. The tidal marsh. The dudes on the motorcycles are still riding around back here, but they don't see me. I don't think they will. Pretty well camoed up in here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You guys see where that piece of styrofoam is there? It's probably 6 feet from the water. So we'll see where it is in 10 minutes or so. It's 5:46 right now. So at 6 o'clock, I'll bring you guys back and we'll see. There's a beer can down there next to it too. An old beer can. It's like a bush. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but yeah, we'll see where they are in 15 minutes. About 4 more minutes, and I'll check the water level. Probably right around the time this is boiling. So it's actually 6:02. Sorry about that. Lost track of time, but it didn't make it up there yet. So I'll check it again at 6:15. See where it's at then. And my coffee, I was cutting firewood. So I kind of lost track of time. Not there yet. Almost. It's pretty hot. I got the coffee in there. It wasn't even hot this time. The fire feels good. I wish I could light one, but people are still riding around back here. It's pretty cool. You never know what's gonna come out of there. I had one night, it was up in a different spot. It was up that way a few miles, but it was near a little pond. And at night, a possum came up and damn near got in bed with me. He came. I had a log along behind me, and I had a lean-to built off of it, and I had another log on my right. And I'm sitting there, and I heard something on my right, and I look over, and this possum's looking over at me over the log, and I said, "Get out of here!" And he turned around and waddled away. He didn't really run. I got out, walked out of the shelter, and looked at him, and he just walked away. He wasn't running, but he wasn't like aggressive or anything either. Yeah, it's crazy. Raccoons. I see them all the time too, but not around in this kind of stuff. They usually stick to the banks. There's not a whole lot of food for them in a place like this. Although, I guess there is in those little shallows. See this guy trying to come in here and invade my space. Get out of here, dude. He was about to get smacked with the hat. So it's 6:23. Water's almost up to the styrofoam now. It'll be interesting. Starting around 10, there's a chance of thunderstorms, which is gradually going to increase. It's a slight chance at 10 o'clock, 15% or something like that, but it's supposed to increase throughout the night up to around 50%, which is pretty much, in my opinion, that's the way it always is. It's either going to rain or it ain't. All these percentages they give you don't make no sense to me. But yeah, anyway, so there's a chance of thunderstorms tonight. Be interesting. I don't know if it's the wisest decision being next to the water like this. But I'm not moving at this point unless I get flooded out. In that case, I probably will move in, but I should know that way before 11. I don't know, it's looking to me like it's probably gonna stop right around there. That's how it looks like it's been coming up to. But you never know. Gotta keep getting firewood and getting ready for whatever's coming tonight. I'm gonna tie this tarp down a little bit lower and make sure it doesn't blow away on me. And I put my shoes back on because I'm gonna go run around and get a bunch of firewood before it gets dark. Because I don't have a whole lot right now. I got that long log. I think it's probably like 25 feet. It was like 25 feet long. I cut it probably about 10 feet off of it already. But yes, I'm gonna need more of those still. It's 6:42. I went and got a bunch of firewood and got cut off by the ATVers, so I had to lay low for a few, and actually I backtracked around them. They didn't see me. The water's up to the foam now. Oh, excuse me. Up about a third of the way up it, I guess. It's pretty cool. Saw a tick earlier, but not on me. It was actually on the lid of my cook pot there. This is the stuff that I rave about all the time. Since I started using this, I haven't had any ticks on me at all. A lot of people out tonight. It's a nice night, I guess that's what happens. It was like 3 or 4 different. I thought I heard somebody over there. There was like 3 or 4 different people on ATVs, but they didn't see me. Like I said, I was coming out and I heard them coming, so I ducked back off on a trail that's hardly ever used, and they went right on by. And I seen them riding by out there on the path out there, but I was back in the woods. They didn't see me. And I actually walked away from them and then circled around and came back out that way. So they have no clue where I went. I'm gonna try to make maybe one more run for firewood, because once it gets dark, I don't want to be coming out of here unless I get flooded out. That water's definitely coming up. The question is, how far? See that foam right there. You see that foam up there too, as far as that goes, behind my shelter, but that's when it's crazy rain, I think. Typically it doesn't come up this high. You can tell by the plants. These are not water-loving plants. These guys are still getting it on them damn bikes. I don't want to give away my position. I'm going to stand over there because the sun's at my back right now, and I don't want to cast a shadow at him or anything. The main reason to look over this way. It's 7:15. Excuse me. The styrofoam's almost completely in the water now. It's pretty cool though. Got a bunch more firewood, some oak. From over that away. I think that's all I'm gonna get for the night. If it lasts, it lasts. If it don't, it don't. I think it will though. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna cut this or if I'm just gonna keyhole it in, because I can definitely do that. In fact, I might. This thing's huge. I don't know if I'm gonna waste my time cutting it. I might just keyhole all this oak. I got enough small stuff to get it going. So, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I was out there getting that oak, and the people on the motorbikes came by. There was 3 people on motorcycles, and then there was 3 people all together on a 4-wheeler. But it had like one of them big extended like cargo things on it, and they were sitting on that, and one person was driving. But yeah, it was a lot of people ride them things all over the place anymore. And they all were pretty young too. I'd say most of them were under 18, if not all of them. They're still going strong at that pavilion. The band is rocking it. Sorry, I felt like something on my leg, but I don't see nothing there. So I almost fell over looking at my leg instead of watching where I'm standing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This swamp is filling up. So it's about 7:55. Looks like the water's starting to go back out. I don't think it's going to come any higher. Ow. Like something bit me on my leg. Yeah, it looks like it's going back out a little bit. We shall see. Shelter's ready, hopefully. Still a chance of thunderstorms tonight. And these guys on these 4-wheelers are still back here somewhere. I heard them over that way, and then I didn't hear them anymore, and I'm pretty sure they live that way. Because that's the only way that there's houses, is that way. A long way that way. I mean, scratch that. A long way that way. That way it's about 3 or 4 miles to the first houses that I can think of. And in that direction, there are no houses. In that direction, there's 6 miles until you get to anything. So yeah, that's the shorter of the two. That's like 3 miles, I think. I'm out here in the middle of the sticks. Once these people get the hell out of that pavilion out there, I'll be alone back here. And the ATVers too, the dirt bikers, but they're gonna leave when it gets dark because they're not gonna be riding these trails in the dark, poking their eyes out and stuff. I can't imagine they would anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna start this fire soon. wait a little bit longer. Make sure those guys on the ATVs are out of here. It's like as soon as I shut it off, I heard them fire it up. So yeah, they're still back here somewhere. They're getting ready to leave, I think, though. 'Cause it's going to be dark in another 20 minutes or so. This thing's awesome. I really like this thing. It really makes it look like you got foliage in front of you, even though you don't. From a distance, you can't see nothing through that thing. Even from not much of a distance. On the other side of that, of this brush line here, I can't see nothing. Yeah, this spot, see that red paint on that tree over there? I don't know what that means, but they cut a bunch of trees down over that way too. They're doing some kind of road. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what those red dots are, but I noticed some other ones when I was coming back here. And it looks relatively fresh because I see it on the leaves too. And it hasn't looked like it's worn off of them at all. So whatever it is, they're getting ready to do it soon. I wish they would leave this stuff alone. It's crazy. I don't think that's the band anymore. Maybe it is, who knows. They were playing all kinds of stuff earlier. It's gonna be dark soon now.